Yeah, welcome back to my class again today. In the last class, we did inheritance. We are still looking at the principles of object-oriented programming. I told you we have inheritance, we have polymorphism, we have abstraction, we have encapsulation, and many other more. But we are looking at these four now. So in the last class, we did inheritance. Today, we want to look at polymorphism. What is polymorphism? Polymorphism is actually a way of an object taking many forms. Let's look at a method. You have a method that is actually taking many forms. That is the meaning of polymorphism. So polymorphism is actually from the Greek word poly and morph, which is what? You have poly, which means many, right? And we have morph, right? Which is actually this, which means what? Forms. So many form, polymorphism. So many form. That's actually the meaning. So we are going to write another program now, and then you will see a method inside the parent class, and then you also see the same method inside the child class, but each of them, when called, will be given different output. That is, the implementation of that method is different, both in the parent class and in the child class. That is the meaning of polymorphism. So we are going to do that. So I'm going to write my class without wasting much time. I'm going to write my class class man, right? And then inside it, I'm going to define my init method, init, right? And then self, by now you should be used to this. I'll give it a name, and then I'll go in and I'll say self dot name, which is the attribute of self, and I will assign this name to it, right? Okay, so that method is defined. Now, inside this place, I'm going to define another method, and I will call it def, and I will say it underscore forbidden underscore fruit. So inside this method is an instance method. So self, and then I'll go in. So I have class man, dev, my init method, which I'm going to use to initialize the attribute of the object that will be created. Now I have another method inside it, which is what? Define eat forbidden fruit. This is the name of the method, eat forbidden fruit. Now inside this parent class, what will be the instruction? It will print out print, right? Do not eat from the tree of knowledge of good, not to go too far, and evil, right? This is supposed to be here, but it's going to be too long, so you might not see it. So I'll just close this, right? Now, this is the instruction inside the parent class. That is this method, eat forbidden fruit. So do not eat from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. That is the instruction. Now I'm going to define the child class. So the child class will be, the first one is male, right? Having this man as the parent. Now, inside this, I'm going to also put this eat forbidden fruit method. So I'm going to say define eat underscore forbidden, right? Underscore fruit. Also, it is instance method. Inside it, I will write print, right? Eat whatever your wife gives you, right? Now, that is what is inside. So this one is eat forbidden fruit. This is the name of the method. Inside this method is what? Do not eat eat. Do not eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. In this class, which is a child class of man, the male, right, is going to inherit this eat forbidden fruit. But inside it, what is written inside it is eat whatever your wife gives you. That is what is written. Now I'm going to create another class, which is the female class. Class female, right? And the parent is man. Now, then I'm going to define this method too. Def eat underscore forbidden underscore fruit, right? Self. Okay. Now, inside this method, what will be written? Let me see if this red one will work. Print. Okay. Inside it, print if the fruit is pleasing to pleasing to the eye, eat it, right? Now, this is what is inside this one. Define eat forbidden fruit. Now, inside it, if the fruit is pleasing to the eye, eat it. That is what is inside here. Now, we've created our class. We've created the parent class, which is man. And inside this parent class, we have two methods. The first one is the init method that initializes the object. Then the second method is what? Eat forbidden fruit. Now, inside this method, the instruction there is do not eat from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Now, we define the what? The male class, which is the child class of this parent class. So, as you can see, inside the parentheses, we have man, meaning this male is the child class of man class. Then, inside it, we have one method, which is what? Eat forbidden fruit, the same method, which is this same method. But inside this method, there's another instruction. Eat whatever your wife gives you. Then you have the female class, right? Inside this female class, we also have one method. Now, this one method, inside it is saying if the fruit is pleasing to the eye, eat it. That is the instruction inside it, right? So now we are going to instantiate this class, and we are also going to instantiate this class. So how do we do that? Now I am going to do it here. So this is my class. This is my class created, right? Okay, so I'm going to instantiate this class and this class here. Here I'm going to say Adam, right? Then male, and I will supply Adam to it, right? Then I will say if female, I'll supply female, I'll supply if to it, if to it. Now I am going to use this, right, to call this method. Now you will be wondering, how come this program is going to execute when I did not define this init method, right, inside the child class? Now that is it. In Python, if you don't define the init method in the child class, because this child is inheriting this child is the child of this parent class. If you don't define the init method, it means that this child class will automatically inherit the init method of the parent, right? So once you create this adam.male, now this child class is going to inherit this. So this adam will be given to self, and this adam will be given to this name. Same thing with the if. This female will be given to self, this if will be given to self, and this if will be given to this name. Now I am going to use this adam and this if to call what? To call this method. Now you can see that the method here and the method here and the method here are the same. So it is the same method. Now when I do that, when I say adam dot eat underscore forbidden underscore fruit method, and I say if dot eat forbidden underscore fruit. So I'm calling these two. Now this one is going to what? Once you call this, the first thing it will do will be to go into the child class and then see if this method exists there. Yes, the method exists, so it's going to print it out. It's going to print out, for the first one, it's going to print out eat whatever your wife gives you, while the second one is going to print out this. It's going to print out this. That's what it's going to print out. Now, why? That means that this method inside the parent class, which is here, is polymorphic. That is simply it. Polymorphic is that this method allows the child class to implement whatever is in their own, not necessarily that of the parent class. These are children of this class, right? But the behavior is in this class. Now you are calling it in this child. So he's implementing his own, the same method, the same behavior, but what you are going to see as the output is different from that of the parent. And what you are going to see as the output of this female is different from that of the parent, is different from that of the male. It therefore means that this method inside the parent class is polymorphic. One method having three different forms. So the same method, the form here is different from the form here, from the form here. That is the meaning of polymorphism, right? Polymorphism is one method having different forms. So different forms of appearance, different forms of implementation. So the form is actually the appearance of what you are seeing in the class. So that is simply the meaning of polymorphism, an object having different form. So let's go to PyCharm and let me demonstrate this for you. And if you like this class, don't forget to click on the like button. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so. And if you are not following me on my Facebook page, endeavor to follow. Let's go to the PyCharm. Okay, so this is our PyCharm. Let's get right in. So let's create another folder. We'll call it polymorphism. Polymorphism.py. Okay, so let's create our class without wasting much time. Just a class man, and then here we create the init def underscore init underscore, then we give it name, and then we'll give it a name, self dot name, and we assign name to it, and then we come here and we define another method. We call it eat underscore forbidden underscore fruit, right? And this will be an instance method. So we'll go in. Now, inside this method, we'll say print, right? Do not eat from the forbidden, do not eat from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. From the tree of knowledge of good and evil. That is the instruction. Now, we are going to create two classes, which are the child class, class male, and the parent to be what? Man. And then we'll come here, we'll say, we'll just copy this. Just copy this. Let's not waste time. Just copy this. And then inside it, we'll say eat whatever your wife gives you. Then we'll create another class, female, and the parent is what? Man. And then we'll paste that again too. And then we'll type if the fruit is pleasing to the eye, eat it. Right? That is what we have written there. If the fruit is pleasing to the eye, eat it. Now we've created our class. We've created the parent class. We've created the child class. So we have male and the female. All right. So now we are going to instantiate the male class and also instantiate the female class. So for the male class, we'll say Adam, then male, and then we'll assign Adam to it. For the female class, we'll say if female, and then we'll assign if to it. Now we've created our two objects. Now we are going to call the forbidden method. So here we say Adam dot forbidden. No. Oh, yes, this one. No. Adam dot eat. Yes, that is that. And then we'll say if dot eat forbidden fruit. So that is that. Now we've created our classes. The first class, which is the parent class, man. The second class, which is the child class, male. Another child class, female. And then we have the same method in each of them. But the implementation of this method differs. That is the logic that is inside this method. What is going to be executed is different in each of them. Okay? So now we are going to call. We are calling them. We are calling the first one, Adam. And we are calling the Eve. So when we execute it, what are we going to get? You see, the first one, which is what? Adam, which is Adam dot eat forbidden fruit, is showing you eat whatever your wife gives you. And then the second one is showing you if the fruit is pleasing to the eye, eat it. So this means that this is forbidden fruit is polymorphic. That is why it's allowing them to implement their own logic instead of what is in the parent class. So each of them have the right to implement what is in their own logic. So the implementation differs. So it means that the class, this method is polymorphic. is having different form, multiple form. One method with 3 different forms. And any of them can be implemented depending on which one is called, right? So that is what I want to demonstrate to you in this class. If you enjoyed this class, don't forget to click on the like button. So till we see in the next class, which will be either abstraction or encapsulation, or some mechanism that implement this polymorphism, which is method overriding and overloading. Whichever one, but whatever it is, we will see in the next class. Till then, bye-bye.